It's been 1 year since the military coup in Myanmar, and in that time, people there have taken to the streets begging for democracy. They've been met with a brutal crackdown. Ali Arouzi walks us through exactly what happened.
$1,507 lives. The number of lives that have been lost in Myanmar at the hands of security forces since the military coup, according to estimates by local monitoring group AAPP. The bloody takeover has seen peaceful protesters shot down in the streets, the country's democratically elected leaders jailed, and a surge of refugees fleeing across the border to Thailand. It all started a year ago today on February 1st, 2021, with a workout video. In the foreground, a fitness instructor filming her exercise outside Myanmar's parliamentary complex. In the background, a convoy of armed cars from Myanmar's military leadership en route to detain Aung San Suu Kyi, the democratically elected state councillor of Myanmar, and the president, U Win Mint. The military takes over control of the government, declares a state of emergency, and hands power to military chief Min Aung Hlaing. February 2nd, the first sounds of resistance. Pro-democracy activist groups organized the banging of pots and pans in Myanmar's largest city, Yangon. February 3rd, police filed charges against Aung San Suu Kyi, claiming she had illegally imported walkie-talkies to Myanmar and that she violated COVID restrictions. February 6th, the junta orders a shutdown of the internet in an effort to quell protests. February 7th, a large-scale show of defiance as thousands throughout Myanmar march against the coup, the largest protest in Myanmar since 2007. February 20th, police opened fire on anti-coup protesters, killing 2 in the worst day of violence since the coup began. March 27th, the military marks Armed Forces Day with a parade. Troops kill at least 160 anti-coup protesters, according to Reuters. March 28th, 3,000 villagers flee Myanmar to Thailand, according to a local human rights organization, after the army launched airstrikes at the Karen state, a region controlled by rebel groups. May 24th, American journalist Danny Fenster is detained at the Yangon airport before boarding a flight to Malaysia. He's eventually charged with breaking immigration law, unlawful association with the opponents of the regime, and disseminating information that could be harmful to the military, carrying a sentence of 11 years in prison. May 26th, Aung San Suu Kyi's lawyer speaks to CNBC, saying he barely received any time to talk with his client.
The police who kept them in custody granted us only 30 minutes to discuss for all cases.
June 8th, the UN releases a statement saying an estimated 100,000 people in the Kaya state of Myanmar have been displaced due to military violence. November 15th, after months of negotiations, American journalist Danny Fenster is freed from jail in Myanmar and flies back to the US.
A lot of citizens, doctors, teachers that are in prison right now. This will be a short little celebration, but let's keep focused on what the actual story is here.
January 14th, 5 new corruption charges are levied at Aung San Suu Kyi by the military junta. She now faces up to 164 years in jail. The last year in Myanmar has seen nearly 9,000 people arrested, charged, or sentenced by the junta since the coup. And more than 1,500 people have been killed by the junta, according to AAPP.
A lot of people in Myanmar that I speak to now see the situation as they're on their own, and they realize that. And they do feel abandoned by Western democracies, by the international human rights movement, by the international media, by everyone.
That was Ali Arouzi reporting. The U.S., Canada, and Britain recently imposed sanctions on 2 major companies connected to the junta as the international community piles on pressure in an effort to bring an end to human rights violations in the region.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.